Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. So I have another journal to do a little walkthrough with you. This journal actually comes with a tie, but I absolutely love the way this cover came out that I didn't want to put the tie on just so we could just jump right into the cover. There's a lot of things I did on this cover that I don't normally do. Not a lot, but things that um, I kind of wanted to try out just to see what would happen. And I absolutely love the way it came out. So first, let me start with the base. I don't know if you can see it here, and there was another part maybe under here somewhere. But I tried to distress the edges and then it was thick. So it like gave away that top layer and I tried to keep it kind of curled and inked so it looks really distressed. See, like right here. Um, there's some edges over here on the very bottom. It's just something that I've really wanted to try, but I haven't done it much, so I was kind of playing around with it, but I love the way it came out. So that's the first layer. Then the second little layer here, as you can see, it's this vintage doily that I cut out and I just put behind it, sort of as more of a texture. And then I had this piece of paper, but it had well, it's like a cardstock paper, but it had that writing on it that I really liked. Not that it needs to be a focal point, but just kind of as an additional layer. So I did that. Then I added the picture over, but then as you can see, I lined the picture with those little plastic flower trims that I really like. And then did a sari silk ribbon here. And the way it came out, I was just so excited because it was my first time kind of doing some sort of like layering, but like distressing like this. And I just loved it. And then, of course, I added some little, these are like little, I don't know, kind of like flowers, but they're like ribbony flowers. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. So let me make sure I'm in frame and let's get right into it. Okay. So first page, I have a little pocket, and in the pocket, I've just tucked in some Tim Holtz. That's a journaling card, another journaling card, and then a playing card. And here's another Tim Holtz flower. And then here, this is a vintage Rolodex card that I just did some layering on to make it a tuck spot. And then in the tuck spot, I have a guest check, a recipe card, and then another journaling card. So that all gets tucked right behind there. I haven't made one of these in a while. I don't think. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it's the Traveler's Notebook size, so it's 4¼ by 8¼ And for those of you who might not know, when I first started in the junk journal world, that's the size I used to do. I used to do traveler's notebooks for every single journal that I did. That was like my comfort zone. And then, of course, I graduated to bigger ones and smaller ones, but this is what the size that I started out with. So every once in a while, I like to go back to, the beginnings, because it's just fun. Here's some of my favorite crunchy paper. And there are actually 4 envelopes, you can see. I'm not going to unclip all of them. I'll unclip one because inside is just a variety of little bits and pieces. I have like a little piece of paper. I have a bunch of little stamps. I have some little tiny journaling cards. And then I have some other little decorative pages that you can use to, all the stuff you can use actually to decorate the journal further or however you want. So in each envelope is basically the same little variation of what's in this one. So I'm not going to undo each envelope, just so you know. And then the envelope itself, you can also use to make extra pockets or tuck spots if you glue it down as well. So this is a vintage dictionary page, and we have a Rolodex card, a game piece, and a playing card. This is from an old book. Actually, a lot of the pages, aside from like the coffee dyed stuff, is vintage, which now that I'm actually using stuff in my stash, I'm getting like, you know, a lot more authentic and vintage things. So here's another one of the envelopes. Another dictionary page. And this pocket I did a little bit differently. So I didn't have the pocket all the way over here. I folded this over just to give it a little bit more strength. And then I just glued just the very, very corner there so that it makes a little tuck spot. So that all just tucks right inside. And then this, I was going to decorate it, but then I thought this is actually a good place for some journaling. So I left that blank so that way you can journal on it, because you won't be able to journal on this side necessarily unless you put something over it. But here, maybe you place something in the pocket and then it corresponds to whatever you write on the page. But on the back, I added a little altered, not glassine, but like the little bags. They're like little paper bags. I just did a whole bunch of layering here. So I have a base, I have an image, then I have a little frame around the image, then the little things just to make it different. As you can see, I was trying to do a lot of layering in this journal just to, I don't know, just to try it out. So I really like the way that came out. Here's some more. Here's a journaling card. And this is also vintage music paper. And I love the image. Actually, this, the book that all these vintage music pages came out of, each song has an image, and I just love the images on the pages. So this is the middle of the signature, and instead of an envelope, I did a double pocket just to make it a little bit different, but it's able to hold, you know, double the amount of stuff that a normal pocket would hold. So for now, I just put Tim Holtz journaling cards in them, and then I also put these little Old Maid cards. So that is also something that I like the way this came out, because of my recent journals, I've been putting Velcro pockets in the middle, but I also wanted to find another way that you could actually keep a lot of stuff in the middle of the journal without making a pocket. So this is a way that I like. So it's like a bigger pocket, and it's together, so you can kind of hold stuff. So I'm definitely going to try this again, because I just like the way that looked. So here are some more journaling cards and a little playing card. Another envelope with a little bits inside. Here's another one of those paper bag, or maybe they are glassine bags. I don't know what you actually call them, because they're not the see-through, but they're very not delicate, but you know what I mean, like they're, I don't know, I'm not sure what they're called. So I have a Tim Holtz journaling card, and then here's some paper that you can journal on the back of, or you can use to rip it up if you want, do some collaging, you know, whatever you feel like it. And then I covered it with a piece of paper there. There's another little tuck spot there. Another envelope. And then some more journaling cards on that side. And again, I was going to cover this part up, just like the writing. But then I thought it would be kind of cool if you journaled around it, you know. So I did leave that blank so you can journal on it and then, you know, do whatever you want with that too. And here's another pocket with some journaling spaces. And these are pages or papers that I use a lot, or I have been using a lot recently, to layer and stuff. So I can rip out what I want, or I can use the whole thing. And you can decorate, you can use it to write on the back, whatever you want to do with it. So it's like, here's another one here, and then some Tim Holtz journaling cards. And see, this is one of those, one of these. And I basically ripped off the top and the bottom and kept the image in the middle. And then I did some layering on the Rolodex card again. And then in the back of that, oh, and look, I love that image too. So you have some more places to journal. And then on the back, we have a little pocket up there that I lined with crocheted lace. And we have a journaling card, a playing card, and then another little Tim Holtz journaling card. So that is my little traveler's notebook. And I actually, um, you know how I like to name all my journals. And normally they have names based on the cover. This time I named it after her. So this journal is called Molly. And I just think she looks like a Molly. So that's why I named the journal like a name, not a phrase, or you know what I mean. So that was also something different I did. But I really just love this journal topper a lot. And I'm going to try to do more if I can. But um, it just, the way it looks and the way like the edges curl and the way that it's inked, it's, I don't know. I know I keep talking about it. I'm sure a lot of people do it themselves. But for me, it's definitely something new. So there it is again, just to give you one more look, because I am kind of proud of it. And it is available on my Etsy if you are interested. I will leave a link to the journal in the description box below. So I hope you guys like the walkthrough of this journal. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.